Last time you were here, we talked about the impact in terms of lenders. This week, Alley Financial, formerly GMAC, halted evictions in 23 states after it was revealed that a document processor signed off on thousands of foreclosure documents without verifying any of the information on the paperwork. How do people have confidence that these firms are not doing more of this, and how is HUD preventing this from happening, and what kind of penalties can we expect for this kind of action?
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's just say if this is true, it is shameful behavior. And we need to make sure that the foreclosure process is a state process. We're going to work with those state attorney general to make sure we're going after every one of those foreclosures. We're also looking at whether there are federal laws that might have been broken there. The other thing to be clear is FHA, which is now such a critical part of the market, we have different procedures, extra checks in place to make sure that we don't end up in a situation like this. But to make doubly sure on that, we're going back with a broad set of our lenders that represent 70% of FHA lending. We're going back and doing some audits to make sure we're not seeing a similar kind of behavior happening on the FHA side. But let's look at the big picture here, Roland. We've had a system that regulators looked out for whether the companies were doing okay. We didn't have anybody looking out for whether consumers were doing okay. And this is one example of a broader problem of not having a focused regulator here in Washington whose only job was consumer protection. That's why this creation of this Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is such a critical step forward. And I think Elizabeth Warren is going to be a terrific leader to help get that set up.
I want to ask you about that. She has been advocating for a much more streamlined application process. Can we expect that to actually happen? What she says should be really a two-page document that is clear, we have clarity, it's understood, folks get it, as opposed to the mountain of paperwork you have to sign off on whenever you buy a home.
Absolutely. And look, this is one of the fundamental reasons why the president fought so hard for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Right now, we have the responsibilities for putting those forms together that you're talking about spread across the federal government, spread across regulators. And when everybody's in charge, nobody's in charge. And that's why bringing all of these responsibilities together in one place so that we can simplify, we can streamline, make sure that folks are reading something that they can understand and that will truly protect them, that is one of the critical things. And I will be working closely with her on that.